Well, they have gone and done it again. Hey, everybody, this is Ken with Covenant Gaming, and welcome to our next episode of our Euro Truck Simulator 2 career. And what have they done again? They have given us another electric truck. This is the second electric truck that's been added to the game. The first was from Renault. This one is the Scania S, and so we're going to do the same thing we did last time. We're going to kind of take it through its paces. I picked up a quick job that's nice and short, so for this episode we're going to take this through a quick pace, and then I think we will do one more short job after this, and then wrap the episode after that. So let's go ahead and do a little walk around. It's an okay looking truck. Take charge, 100% take charge. That's pretty funny. 100% electric, just in case you forgot. It says electric up there on top. And yep, take charge, electric, and electric down here again. So lots of stuff on this truck letting you know that it is, what is it again? It's electric. All right, so let's pop inside and see what we have here. All right, so before we turn it on, everything looks pretty standard here. There's actually, it doesn't look much different than your typical Scania. Let's go ahead and turn it on, and yep, there's that first one. No noise. I'm gonna have the same problems as far as aesthetics for this truck as I had with the Renault. My big question is, beyond like the lack of noise and all that, my big problems with the Renault was that it had a really floaty feel to it, and it was still a dog. Like there was a good amount of torque on there, but man, it died on the hills and it just did not have any power, which it could be explained away by the motors that are being used and all that. So I'm not going to assume that this truck has the same issues. And let's go ahead and pop this open. And yeah, there we got the little electric hum, which it's something. I feel like I'm gonna be repeating myself a lot, but let's get on the road. So yeah, as I said, this episode we'll see how this feels. I'm hoping that this truck gives me a better impression than the Renault, because it's a great little gameplay addition. Anything that adds more things to do, a whole new charging station infrastructure and all these different trucks with different things to consider. The maintenance is going to be different on these things. I think that's all great. It's, even if you don't like electric trucks, you can just ignore it. I'm a big fan of adding gameplay stuff, even if I don't like that element itself, because I can always ignore it if I don't like it. Choices are good. So, I will say the pickup is it feels good here. We're on a straightaway. I'm also wondering what the weight is that we're pulling, because that's going to have a lot to do with the power. Whoops, looks like I'm speeding in my electric truck. That's all right. Oh, and there's that alarm. Somebody told me before how you can shut that off. And I can't remember. So we're going to be just ignoring that alarm. Let's close the window here. Let's get ourselves moving. So we're just taking a quick trip over to the United Kingdom on this one. We're going to get on the ferry and zip across. As far as how you get to drive this truck, it's the same as with the Renault. These can only be accessed with quick jobs. I'm going to put a video up showing the steps that you need to take in order to find it. So you just go ahead and watch that and follow the steps. But yeah, basically you're going to quick job, do a filter on Scania trucks, and look for a quick job that has a truck with the little lightning bolt icon. I did it a couple of times. I had to rest once in order to advance time so I could get some new jobs up, so that we could, I wanted to find something that wasn't too long and that was visiting a city that I hadn't actually been to yet. And so we picked this one, which is going to bring us over to the UK, to one city. But yeah, it's got a little bit more of a noise to it, I think, which is all right. You know, it's a good sound. I don't know. Well, I'd like to find a hill to really give this. It doesn't feel floaty. Like, let me see. Hold on. Let's let some cars go by. Let's do a little weaving. Yeah, you know, it is in the handling department. I think it's better than the Renault. Yep, it feels fine. It feels tight. The Renault, like I said, if I was steering around, it kind of felt like it was floating. I didn't feel like the tires were on the ground for whatever reason. But this does feel tight. The acceleration, as always, accelerations in these things are always going to be good because it's instant torque. What was that? Oh, loan installment. Instant torque to the engines immediately. So you're gonna take off the line like a rocket as long as you got enough power to move the vehicle. And this does feel like it has plenty of power, but hopefully we hit a nice hill that I can see if we have the power one. Here's another test. Actually, we're gonna slow down. We're gonna get ourselves going like 60, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna see how quickly I can accelerate from 60. This is not off the line torque. This is torque being delivered while driving. So let's see. And yeah, it's not too bad. There we go. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. It's better. One of the other things I noticed is the tech is a little less fancy in this truck, which that's up to you on whether you mind it. I don't mind it. It makes it feel more like a regular truck. Like here, check the infotainment panel on this. There's nothing fancy happening as far as information delivered. It's just the GPS. The main dash panel is where your information goes, and this is all, you know, nothing too special in here. The Renault had over on the infotainment panel, it had like this whole special panel with tons of information, kind of similar to a Tesla or a Prius or something like that. Whereas this seems to be going very much for the not reminding you that you're in an electric vehicle, which I appreciate since I wasn't really a fan of the other one so much. You know, I think you know, leveraging that electric technology without sticking it in your face so much, just using it and letting you drive and forgetting, other than the sound. So I personally like this better than the Renault. If you enjoy electric vehicles for the technology side and you want it to look and feel different and all that, then you will probably prefer the Renault, because yeah, like I said, that was very front and center in the dashboard what was going on. Here, not so much. So that's going to be personal preference. I like this better. From a more objective side, though, this definitely feels like it's got more power. You know, if I'm wrong, correct me, but I can tell you how it feels, and it feels more powerful. I feel like, yeah, it's definitely delivering more to me. And so I like it more because of that. Definitely. Let's go ahead and pick our travel destination. We are heading to, no, we're not heading to Hull. We're heading to Harwich, and let's embark. And there we go. And it is getting to be nighttime. All right. That is our pretty quick and dirty. Oops, you know what I've got to remember? This one's going to kill me. This is why I was putting off going to the UK until later, is I forget that they drive on the left. And so I need to get used to that. I expect I'm gonna bungle this several times. Anyway, yeah, so that's a real quick and dirty review of the truck. I'm driving too fast again. I'm going to go ahead and get us to our destination. We will catch up we'll do our parking, and then we're going to go back and find another job and get back to our regular routine. So I'll catch up with you in a few minutes. Okay, we are approaching our destination in Felixstowe. And Felixstowe? Yeah. And I actually will take an opportunity to modify my opinion. This UK driving. Yep, I'm still not used to it. Still not used to it. Yeah, so I'm going to modify my opinion a little bit. So this truck definitely has more power than the Renault. There's no doubt about it. I took a couple chances on hills to slow way down and then see what it would do when coming from a stop on a hill, and it had lots of power. I was passing. It was actually much more than I was expecting. I actually nailed another speeding ticket because I wasn't paying enough attention to my speed. And so I like this truck quite a bit more than it's night and day between this and the Renault. Once you get past the sound issue of it being so quiet, it is very zippy and enjoyable to drive. When these come up for sale, I can see myself buying one of these and owning it, just because it can be pretty fun. So you know what? It's a good truck, and if you're only going to pick one, and between this and the Renault to just drive it, pick this one. Don't pick the Renault. Pick this one and see what you think about this one. All right, let's go ahead and get our parking started, and we'll see how well I do. All right, not horrible. Another note, just on backing that up, man, you got to feather that throttle when you're going in reverse. It actually it's got a lot of power backing up, and if you do not feather that throttle, you are going to go whipping back much quicker than you might expect. All right, we made ourselves a quick 4,200 euro. That's fine. A little bit of experience. And that's great. So I'm going to go ahead and, as I said, I'm going to pick out another short job to find another city back over in Germany. And then we can pick things up where we left them before. I will be right back. All right, we are back in our starter man truck in Bremen, and I picked up a job bringing us up to Kiel, Germany, which is a new city. So we'll have some new stories about it. It's not too far away, so this is going to be, this won't take us too long to get there. So, yeah. Well, the Scania electric truck was good. I suppose I'm kind of curious about their release schedule. Are they going to be putting more of these out before they allow them to be purchased? I do wonder, like, what's involved in getting this thing rolled out for us to purchase. Like, they have to set up a charging network. That's a given. But I wonder about things like maintenance and all that. I guess I could have crashed that truck during the quick job and brought it over to a garage and seen if the maintenance stuff was all in place for it. But I really don't know what's involved in getting this thing rolled out so that people can own the trucks. Hopefully not too much. Like I said, again, I'm looking forward to it. And I do wonder if there will be hybrids that they put in place as well. Something that you can fill up and charge. Some hybrids you still charge them. There's other hybrids that you don't charge at all. They just, the batteries are charged from brushes that are on the brakes and things like that. But they do have hybrids that, at least in the car world, that you fill up with gas and you can also charge the batteries. So I don't really know if those exist in the trucking world. Again, you guys know, let me know. But yeah, I wonder what they need to implement in the game itself in order to get these things out there so that we can own them. When I find out, I will let you all know. In the meantime, let's get ourselves a little bit closer to Kiel, and then we can talk about what I learned from Wikipedia about that town. It's some pretty neat things. We do have a photo opportunity that we're going to have when we get there, so I'm curious about what that's going to be. So we'll catch up in a few minutes. See you soon. All right, we are just outside of Kiel, and before we hit the town, we'll do a quick little channel and life update. I like to do those as well. The channel's continuing to, there we go, Kiel discovered. Channel's continuing to do well. I'm super happy. I'm so I'm happy for the engagement you guys are doing and all that. We're gaining more subscribers. So things are going well. I am working on, I'm every video I try to do a little bit more. I try to make these, using editing, I'm trying to make things a little more funny, a little more interesting to watch, that kind of stuff. And so I've been trying some new things this video. I'm adding some new effects to some of the, like some of the picture-in-picture things. And so that's fun. I enjoy the editing portion pretty much as I enjoy the, what was that? Oh, loan install. I always think I've got nailed for something. I enjoy the editing aspect as much as I enjoy the gameplay and chit-chatting aspect. It's fun for me. So that continues to go well. Life is going well as well. This video, it's actually Wednesday right now while I'm filming this, but you won't see it until next Monday. Next Monday, I will be on my return trip from Toronto, where me and my wife are traveling for a little vacation. So, hopefully everything, hopefully you will see me because our travels went well. We'll find out in the future. I'll have lots of stories from Toronto to talk about when I get back. I've never been there, so should be exciting. As far as Kiel, I'll talk about that in 2 seconds. We've got ourselves a photo opportunity coming up right here. But, yeah, as we're waiting at the red light, what I found out about Kiel, this is pretty cool. So this is a big sailing town. It's actually one of Germany's largest maritime centers. It's known for its variety of international sailing events. And one of those sailing events includes the Kiel Week, it's called, named after the town. And that is the largest sailing event in the world. I'm going to pop out here for a photo op. It's the largest sailing event in the world. So, big sailing town. What do we have here? We've got the Kiel Central Railway Station. All right, we're going to take a photo of that. Is that going to make a good thumbnail? What do we think? Is that good? Let's take a picture, right? Frame it up, right there, and maybe another one right here. There we go. This might be a little boring to watch for you, so all right, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and get moving. Yeah, big sailing town, which is awesome. I like sailing. I'm not a sailor in any large way. My sailing experience is kind of relegated to when I was younger. Had a neighbor with one of those sunfish. I guess there's a few different names for it. The little one-person jobbers. And he used to let me sail that on a lake where we had a summer place. So that was a lot of fun. Actually, you don't really have to know what you're doing in order to zip around on those things. So it was tons of fun. I enjoyed it. I've been on large sailing ships before. I had another friend of a friend who was loaded, and their dad had a big sailing yacht, and so I got to go out on that thing once. But we didn't do any actual sailing there. That was just, we turned on the motor and we took it out to Martha's Vineyard to go to the bars. Yeah, let's go ahead and set up delivery. Oh, that's a pretty cool drop-off spot, and it looks difficult. It's 90 experience. So let's see how this works out. Yeah, so but I love the concept of sailing, and I like watching sailboats. Being on them is really fun. So, yeah, so this town seems like it would be right up my alley. All right, here we go with our parking. And that's going to be tough. Well, all right, let's see how we do. All right, yeah, I had to go forward. I had to pull up a couple of times and all that because things were pretty tight. But yeah, again, not bad. Average, average, average. So we have hit level 8, which is fantastic. We're going to spend our next point. And where's my points? Did I not hit? I hit level 8. Why didn't I get another point? Hold on a second. Oh, no, I didn't. Never mind. All right. Yeah. I'm sure I've got little messages popping up in editing right now on how stupid I am. Just shy of level 8, of course. So I guess that'll be next episode. All right, everybody. As I said, I thank you all for watching and sending your likes and your comments. If you haven't subscribed, I'd ask that you subscribe. Like, watch, comment, all those things are helping me out tremendously. In the meantime, again, I'm heading off to Toronto, but the release schedule of Monday, Thursday shouldn't be interrupted. So until next time, I will see you later.